Facial animations. It's been a big topic of contention for Mass Effect Andromeda, and in this video, I'm here to discuss if it's really that big of a deal. Is it worth making a fuss about? And just to give you some background, I am 3 hours into the game, so I haven't dived too deeply into it. I'm still on the early access of the game, the trial period, the 10 hours that I have with it. Of that, I've played 4 hours, like 1 hour of it spent in character creation and then 3 hours in the actual game. And it's rough in terms of facial animation. It is really, really rough. The alien races look great though. The Turians look fantastic because there's not a lot of nuances involved in their facial animations, you know? The eyes are just kind of there. There's not a lot of brow raising or lowering. There's no smiling, and there's not a lot of facial contortions that can happen with Turian faces just because of the way their faces are. All the aliens in this game look better than they did in Mass Effects 1, 2, and 3. The Asaris can sometimes evoke a sense of uncanny valley because they are more humanoid in nature than most other races. But other than that, the alien races look fantastic. It's once we dive into the human side of things when the train goes way off rail and crashes. There are a couple characters who have really decent facial animation. For example, Ryder Sr. looks fantastic. Never got an uncanny valley sense from him. He has just the right demeanor and facial molding, and just all the lines that he delivers, it actually matches up with what's happening here on his face. But for everyone else that I've encountered who is human, it is way off. Especially Ryder, actually. And especially if you make your own character, at least depending on which presets you choose maybe. But I made my character and he actually looked alright in the character creation screen. He had some pretty decent features, and from afar, he looked like a normal human being that I could totally get behind. But once I dived into the game, I did not expect that kind of monstrosity to await me. As soon as Ryder gets up from the cryogenic pod, I went, ugh. This sense of ugh permeates all throughout the game, seemingly. Again, I've only done 3 hours, but I've cringed multiple times. With many other games, I could look past this, but not for Mass Effect. For Mass Effect, this is unforgivable, frankly. This is, how can EA justify shipping a game that's about storytelling, about characters, about scenes and moments? How can they justify making a game in a series that's all about that, mostly about that? I mean, there's obviously combat and gameplay and RPing, but the characters is, for me at least, where it's really at. The thing that really keeps me hooked and invested and going, on top of the lore, the universe, the combat, the gameplay, the sci-fi setting, etc. At the core of Mass Effect, I think, is the characters. And when they're all talking like this, looking at you like this, and their eyes are darting everywhere, with their mouths completely disconnected from everything else that's happening on their face, and their body just stilted and stiff, and they look at you like this, and they say, I lost my dad, but, you know, I think I can get through this. We have to get through this. You know, if they do that, how the fuck am I supposed to concentrate? How the fuck am I supposed to be invested in these characters and these moments when all I can focus on is what the hell is happening to your face, bro? What is happening there? Why are your eyes darting about? Disconnected from your mouth, disconnected from your body, and then disconnected from the scene around you. It boggles my mind that this was somehow acceptable to BioWare and EA. I think it's mostly EA, honestly. I feel like BioWare probably asked for a bit more time to polish up the game, to polish up the facial animations, but EA wouldn't grant them that because they want to make money, so they have a schedule, and if you don't adhere to the schedule, then fuck you. And look, there are many aspects of the game that I do like so far. The combat's really fluid. The graphics are quite beautiful. The environments look gorgeous. And just the presentation, aside from the facial animations, it's really well done. There are a lot. There's a gem hidden in there somewhere, but it's marked by so many mishaps and missteps and ridiculous setbacks that shouldn't be. And facial animation is a big one for me. Because for me, Mass Effect, again, is about the characters. And when the characters can't emote properly because what they're saying doesn't match up with what's going on here, and when this doesn't match up with this, and when all of this doesn't match up with everything else, I cannot invest myself into a scene. And not all of them are like that. There's some genuinely good moments and what have you, but for the most part, when interacting with humanoid-looking individuals, it's hard to focus. It's hard for me to feel anything because all I can do is cringe or laugh at the ridiculousness that is happening in all of their faces. It's especially shocking that the main character has some of the worst facial animations. I had to go with a default writer because when I made my character, it was just so bad. It was so uncanny. And the default writer is better. But there is still a sense of what is happening in that scene. Why are your eyes doing that right now? Why do you look happy when something tragic just happened? Like, it boggles the mind that they couldn't spend a little more time to put a little more attention into what is arguably one of the most important aspects of this game, at least for me. And it's even more ridiculous that Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, I think, have better facial animation, at least as far as humans go. There was a consistency to it. I don't know. With Andromeda, it's all over the place. Again, some of them look pretty good, like Ryder Sr. looks fantastic. But then there are a few others where it turns a serious, epic, whatever, a truly awesome scene into a comedy. Because of what's happening here, because of this. Because of this. I'm not saying I'm gonna hate this game just because of the facial animations, but I wasn't expecting it to be this bad. I hope the story is somehow good enough that it'll be able to compensate for my inability to be able to get invested in scenes and characters because of the crazy shit that's happening here. And at the very least, a lot of the aliens look great, and so I can get invested in, you know, like the Krogans, the Turians, and all the alien races that don't look too human. And there are a lot of aspects that could be good about this game, but if I can't get into the characters, the scenes, the moments, this might as well not be Mass Effect for me. And look, I don't want to hate this game. I want to love it. I want to love every single bit of it. Because I love Mass Effect. I loved 1. I loved 2. Some of the most memorable gaming experiences I've had. And even 3 with its really awful ending. At least in my opinion. But Andromeda, you know, they're starting anew. They're starting from scratch. New characters, new everything. So rough facial animations at this stage is not excusable. And I've got to ask myself, when they were testing this game, did they not see this? Did they not see this coming? Did they expect people to be fine with this? Andromeda has become a meme, basically. With all its horrible facial animations, everyone's talking about it. With good reason, too. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Do you think facial animation will be make or break for you? For me, I think it will be. It might be, but we'll see. But let us know in the comments below what you think, and to be further updated on more gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Yong Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Yong out!